कुछ चेंजेस हुए क्या? A very good afternoon and warm welcome to the esteemed guests, dignitaries, and everyone present here. I am Vedant Pandit, first year executive member, and today's host welcomes you all on the behalf of EESA committee of CCON to this seminar on industrial robotics and automation and its future opportunities. I would once again like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Anil Tatode sir, HOD of Electrical Department, Honorable Dr. N.D. Ghavkave sir, Yedkar sir, ESA Faculty Coordinator Professor Prabhu Nandatkar sir, Dr. Surjuse sir, and wonderful audience present here. I request the dignitaries to take their respective seats on the dais. Moving on, I would like to request HOD Gaugawe sir to propose a floral welcome to the guest lecturer, Mr. Anil Tatode sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request ESA President Rohit Bhoge. Now, I would like to request ESA Vice President Bharat Pandey to welcome Yedkar sir. Now, I would like to request ESA General Secretary Sairi Ter to welcome Dr. Surjuse sir. Now, I would like to request ESA President Rohit Bhoge to welcome Surjuse sir. I would like to invite Dr. N.D. Gagave sir to share his words of wisdom with us.
Very good afternoon, one and all. Uh, it's my pleasure to be here at this expert session on industrial robotics and automation and the future opportunities. Honorable Speaker, Mr. Anil Tatode sir from Robotics and Cloud Department, RTMNU, Nagpur University, Nagpur. Professor Elkar sir, EESA Faculty Coordinator, Professor Nandankar sir, Dr. Surjuse sir, Professor Neha Khadse, all EESA office bearers, and all my dear students. Friends, we know what is going on in the industry. Industrial automation and robotics is really a need of our. And every industry is trying to automate their processes. In the sense, here in future, hereafter in future, many of the industrial processes will be using the robots. Also, we must take a call that man-made processes will be minimized, and looking into the need of our EESA, that is Electrical Engineering Students Association, in association with RTMNU Nagpur Institute, have organized this expert session, and I'm thankful to honorable speaker that he has consented to engage this session. Thank you, sir, and thank you for inviting me over here without taking your much more time because it is already late. So I take your leave. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best for this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind and encouraging words. Robotics are the largest growing technological devices in the world. The use of robots continues to change numerous aspects of our life, right from the healthcare industries to space exploration. To provide in-depth knowledge on this vast field, it is our honor to have Mr. Anil Tatode sir as our guest lecturer. Getting the ball rolling, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Anil Tatode sir. Mr. Anil Tatode is a training officer in Robotics and Cloud Technology Department at RTMU Nagpur. He has 15 plus years of experience in the field of robotics. He has worked with Fox Solutions in International Business Unit on Siemens platform. Mr. Tatode worked for rural preschool development in association with Hippocampus Learning. He counseled more than 10,000 graduate students and trained over 2,000 students. He has delivered many expert lectures in engineering and science colleges across India. His expertise includes robotics and automation. He has also been involved in various public speaking and career counseling events. Before moving on with the presentation, I would like to call upon all the post bearers and executive members of ESA for a group photo. I would request the dignitaries to kindly shift on the sofas to continue. Now, finally, I would like to request Mr. Anil Tatode sir to begin with this seminar.
So, our respected head of the department, Gaugave sir, Dean Training and Placement, Kurjuse sir, other staff members, and dear students, very good afternoon, one and all. So, I'm really overwhelmed to have such a warm welcome from you guys. I can see the efforts the students, put their good efforts to, have this session. I'm indeed happy to be the part of our today's activity. That is nothing but seminar on industrial automation and robotics. So it's been a long time. We have been knowing each other, Gaurav sir and me, since our association is there since 10, 12 years ago from Government College of Engineering, Amravati. And I'm happen to be here in Nagpur Government Engineering College because I have a good connect with him. And I've been doing this practice from last 3 years in Government Engineering College in Nagpur. So obviously, I mean, I'll be the same person every year. Maybe student faces will be changed because we are basically targeting pre-final year and final year students for such activities, right? So you may not be there next year when I'll come, but the topic will be same, right? So if you ask me, sir, what you have done from last 15, 16 years in your professions, I would say automation is only the thing what I have done. During my tenure, I got opportunities to work with some rural preschool development projects. I have worked with one of the reputed Siemens system integrator, that is Pop Solutions, which was based on the Nashik, and their international business unit was there in Hyderabad. So I served there in Hyderabad in a pre-sales department. So it was not me only, right? I've seen a lot of girls also in that department who were working as a pre-sales guys, working as a techno-commercial guys, right? And I've seen many diploma holders also who work for the projects, right? So the different thing about me was only that I was only the person from science background in that entire project. Uh, Rest of all students or guys were from a BTech or polytechnic background. So there I realized that sometimes it's not sometimes if you have a experience or if you say got that knowledge with you and if you really build your profile according to industry's requirement, then your qualification sometimes can be overlooked, right? It's not really matter for the industry if you have a experience or exposure of that particular technology or that particular domain. And there I learned that this is happening, right? So I'm really honored to be called as a professor when I go as a to the colleges, right? Although I have not done my PhD. So it's all because I've been serving in this industry for the last 15, 16 years. I have got into it very thoroughly, and I got this opportunity of having these practices since a long time, right? So I remember it was year 2007 when I delivered my first lecture among 100 students. So that was altogether a very different experience. I was a bit nervous. I was sweating out, throughout, right? And there I learned that the classroom teaching is really not enough for us to face that real professional world. Getting my point? Although you are doing a lot of topic presentations, a lot of project presentations you are doing, But when it comes to a real-time presentation among the people who are very strange to you, or you are not known to them, then the actual test is there, right? So for that real world test, you have to be prepared. And for that reason only we are here today, just to understand that what happens in automation and robotics. Uh, no matter whether you have that subject in your engineering or you don't have it, right? Learning this is always important because this domain is open for all engineering students, specifically electrical and mechanical guys. Right. If you'll ask me, sir, how many guys are there from an electrical background in industry, I would say out of every 10 professionals, the 8 guys are from an electrical and mechanical background. The mix. Getting it? Because it's very relative or relevant topic for you, industrial robotics and automation. Because although you have different components like PLC, SCADA, HMI, drives, but then electrification is basically the soul. Right? Control panel is basically the main sector or division or unit of that particular plant. And the control panel we cannot imagine without electrical engineers, right? So you know relays, you know contactors, you know motors, you know wiring, right? You know a lot of electrical parameters. You know that's the reason the electrical engineers are always recommended when it comes to hiring because he already got that core, right? Core of electrification, and the rest is your specialization. You got my point? It's like, as if you've done MBBS and later on you decided your specialization. But MBBS को आप bypass नहीं कर सकते हो, right? It has to be happen. वैसे ही है आपका electrical is the core and after that you decide your specialization because specialization का ही जमाना है अभी. I mean, you can see that difference. A general physician and the specialist, right? The general physician will not charge you more than 200, 300 rupees. But when you go to specialist, he may charge you 1500 or 2000 rupees per visit. That's the earning difference, right? And people give it. तो ऐसा ही है मतलब जब बच्चे बोलते हैं ना कि सर कोर में अभी स्कोप नहीं बचा है मतलब when we talk to a student, when I counsel to the students, a lot of electrical and mechanical students are having inclination towards IT. Why? Because they believe that IT is only the field which gives you the better package. And हम भी देख रहे हैं ना youngsters like you know immediately after getting hired you get 5 lakh 7 lakh का package. So we can't तो imagine हम imagine भी नहीं कर सकते जब हमारा career start हुआ था तो 4-5 हजार बहुत हो जाते थे per month starting में. फिर उसको grow करते गए. It took time, right? But IT में वो हो रहा है तो बच्चे the students are fascinated. But it doesn't mean that the core doesn't give you that opportunity. It is just that you have to have a patience like a tortoise, right? तो वो rabbit tortoise का story सुना है ना आपने? End of the day, tortoise is a winner, right? So वो आपको याद रखना है. It's a slow and steady sometime, but it's a long-term industry where you earn and you earn money and health as well. The IT professionals earn money and lose the health, right? So that doesn't happen in case of core because core is all about hardcore job, right? Sporty job, right? You have a lot of physical activities in it, right? Along with your brain, you have to apply your physical strength also, right? So that is core. So it keeps you healthy and it gives you money also. तो वो मैं एक एस्पेक्ट सोचता हूँ जो मैं आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स को देखता हूँ. बैक बैक एक इश्यूज आ जाता है, स्पॉन्डिलोसिस हो जाएगा, आई साइट प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, ये आप कोर में नहीं देखते हो. और कोर में भी जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि स्पेशलाइजेशन मैटर्स. इफ यू आर थिंकिंग दैट सर आई हैव सीन दैट गाय हु इज वर्किंग इन महिंद्रा एंड एक्सवाईजी कंपनी हु इज गोइंग देयर एज अ शिफ्ट वाइज जॉब, एक लेबर की तरह काम कर रहा है, 15-20-25 हजार रुपए सैलरी. ये लाइफ तो मैं कभी चाहता ही नहीं हूँ या मैंने कभी चाहा ही नहीं था. तो व्हाई शुड आई गो फॉर दिस? I should go for IT. But have you seen that in the same Mahindra and Mahindra premises, there is another guy with the equivalent qualification who has got altogether very different respect. His package is also different, and he is sitting very comfortably in air-cooled control room. where he is the master of automation. He is the same guy. The difference is only your and his specialization. Got it? तो ये ही difference है. मैं आपको ये before I come to the topic, I just wanted to tell you that you your branch is a core branch, and without this core branch, world cannot run. पूरी दुनिया आपके वजह से चल रही है, तो वो प्राउड आपको होना चाहिए. You are running the world. मैकेनिकल और इलेक्ट्रिकल के बगैर क्या है, मतलब इट्स अ कोर. आईटी तो यस आई नो इट इज देयर, बट कोर के अलावा तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता है. इसमें आईटी इंटीग्रेट हो रहा है आपके इसमें भी. तो आई हैव सीन लॉट ऑफ इनिशिएटिव्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम यूनिवर्सिटी, फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस, that they are bringing multidisciplinary things in your particular branch. ओपन इलेक्टिव्स आ गए, आप अपने चॉइस का सब्जेक्ट ले सकते हो. सिविल वाला आईटी पढ़ सकता है, आईटी वाला सिविल पे जा सकता है, मैकेनिकल वाला इलेक्ट्रिकल देख रहा है. तो ये मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी का वर्ल्ड है. बट यू कैनॉट थिंक ऑफ बिकमिंग masters of all. You don't do that. You take your line. अगर आप सही में कोर के लिए रिलेटेड पैशनेट है, इफ यू आर रियली enthusiastic and fascinated about your core, pick your specialization and stick on it. इसको बोलते हैं गोल सेट करना, जो हम लोग बहुत लोग नहीं करते, हमारे जैसे प्रोफेशनल भी नहीं कर पाते, बिकॉज वी जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो. गोल सेट कर लिया तो आई कैन टेल यू, you will be the happiest professional in your life, and you will be the most successful professional. It's just matter of setting your goal and stick on it, right? तो अभी जो हम टॉपिक ले रहे हैं ऑटोमेशन और रोबोटिक्स, it's basically the need of an hour, what Gaugav sir stated in his speech. It's a need an hour. So how this need has been introduced, or this need has been generated, that we need to understand, right? So we'll go with the first PPT, that is industrial revolution. It was era of 70s. Who is operating this? Can you give me a slider? Front back, right?
And the last one.
Yeah, and how about PPT change if I want to?
Next one.
Yes. This is the slide. There are two different PPT. If I want to switch over, you will handle that. Okay. All right. So we'll go with the first PPT, industrial revolution. So it was 70s when automation was introduced. And the automotive sector, as we all know, automotive हम सब जानते हैं. मैं ये भी बता दूं, हर दूसरा मैकेनिकल और इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर ना ऑटोमोटिव में जाना चाहता है. Isn't it true? आप में से बहुत लोगों का एस्पिरेशन होगा टू गो फॉर द ऑटोमोटिव इंडस्ट्री. कोई ऑटोमोटिव डिजाइन इंजीनियर बनना चाहता है, कोई ऑटोमोटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंजीनियर बनना चाहता है, कोई ऑटोमोटिव में आईटी डोमेन में डेवलपर बनना चाहता है. तो ऑटोमोटिव इज वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट सेगमेंट, आई मस्ट से. और एक और अच्छी बात है हमारे कंट्री की, आपको पता है नहीं पता है, but I am really excited to tell you that we are the fourth largest country in terms of having automotive units, right? Number of units. तो हमारा चौथा नंबर आता है. और आपको पता होगा पोस्ट कोविड पैंडेमिक, now a lot of countries are interested to invest in our country to set up their manufacturing units. तो हम लोग वैसे ही अभी फ्यूचर के मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब है, राइट? तो ये आप कोरिलेट कर सकते हो दैट हाउ इंडिया इज गोइंग टू डू बूम इन ऑटोमेशन एंड रोबोटिक्स. इट इज ऑलरेडी देयर, बट इवन इफ यू आर thinking about a future perspective, you have a bright things in it, right? You have a bright career because lot of opportunities are there. So it was 70s when automation was started, and the PLC based automation firstly applied to the automotive, and it took almost a decade time to get it popular. In late 80s it became popular and it became global. All the countries, continents started applying it in their manufacturing sectors because they came to know the advantages कि यार ऑटोमेशन हम लाएंगे तो कितना ज्यादा फायदा हमको होगा. They came to know, right? फिर ग्लोबलाइजेशन हुआ and our country became the hot place for the automation player to set up their businesses. Yeah, like you know, you have a brand like Siemens. You know, Siemens is originated from Germany, but they have a individual Indian unit, Siemens India, in our country. Schneider is operating from our country. ABB is there, Fanuc is there. रोबोट की अगर हम बात करें तो रोबोट का फानुक का रोबोट चलता है, ABB का चलता है. यामाहा जैसी कंपनी हमारे कंट्री में ऑपरेट कर रही है, right? So there are a lot of multinational, international brands who are setting up their operational houses, who are operating their business in our country and giving a lot of opportunity to the youngsters. Unfortunately, we don't see any college or institution who is running specialization in this particular domain. Right now, it's getting initiated. Right, I remember way back 12 years ago, the Polytechnic introduced mechatronics subject there. PLC and SCADA was there, but the engineering students were still untouched about those topics. Right. So we do not have specialization. Although you are learning of core things, but when it comes to PLC programming or PLC troubleshooting or PLC installation, you don't have that exposure with you. So when you plan for the core industry, you only get the generic job, and the generic job will not give you the better pay, or it will not help you to get boost in your career. It will be generic only. Getting my point? So that's the reason that special touch or the specialization is required, because automation and robotic skills are on a very high demand globally, not just in our country. We have a global requirements. A lot of opportunities are there. Interns are hired. What I would say, the companies need project engineer, installation engineers. They need people to relocate to the different places. Right? These all opportunities are there. So that was about industrial revolution. Automation is defined very nicely here in this PPT. It's all about better productivity, better quality, cost reduction, and safety. I hope you agree with this, right? Manual plant में बहुत लोचे थे. Getting it? I mean, उस समय भी issues थे. जैसे हम सुनते हैं ना कि टाइपराइटर जब आया था तो the people were threatened about losing their jobs. Writers were really threatened. They were worried that our job will be. Then टाइपराइटर की जगह कंप्यूटर ने ले ली. कंप्यूटर की जगह स्मार्ट कंप्यूटर ने ले ली. We are talking about AI today. It will keep happening. The only thing we can do is we can upgrade ourselves rather getting indulged into in those all unnecessary debates. You have to, upgrade yourself, and it will happen generation on generation. You cannot stop it. Right? When your floor is hot, you never, put the carpet over it. You always wear footwears. Isn't it true? आपकी धरती जब तप रही होती है तो आप धरती पे थोड़ी कालीन बिछाते हैं. हम तो चप्पल पहन लेते हैं just to save our feet. It is just like that. The solution is upgradation. If you stop upgrading yourself, you will stop getting good opportunities and you are killing your career. Getting my point? So that's the perspective of this upgradation, and it will happen. Disruption का जमाना है. यहाँ पे स्मार्टफोन की बात चलती है. जब कीपैड वाला यूज करते थे हम लोग, कभी नहीं सोचा था कि स्मार्टफोन में इतनी चीजें होगी. बट द स्मार्टफोन इज योर वर्ल्ड टुडे, राइट? आजकल तो नो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट डे भी आने लग गए. भैया इतना यूज टू हो गया इंसान की एक दिन तो दूर रहो आप इससे, राइट? नहीं हो पाता है. इट्स अ इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ, राइट? सो दैट वे अपग्रेडेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. जैसे ऑटोमेशन हमने देखा, ऑटोमेशन के पहले मैनुअल बेस्ड प्लांट थे. बहुत सारे रिस्क थे और रिस्क मैनेजमेंट नाम से कुछ नहीं था. सेफ्टी वर कॉम्प्रोमाइज, क्वालिटी का तो कोई अता पता नहीं था. आज भी देखो हमारे यहाँ कई ब्रांड्स है जो मल्टीनेशनल्स है. दे आर नॉट ओरिजिनेटेड फ्रॉम आवर कंट्री. द रीजन बिहाइंड आवर कंट्री वाज वेरी लेट टू अडॉप्ट द टेक्नोलॉजी एज यूजुअल, राइट? आपको पता होगा ऑटोमेटेड टेलर मशीन जिसे हम एटीएम कहते हैं, वो एटीएम भी हमारे पास लॉन्च होने के 20-30 साल बाद हमने यूज किया, राइट? So that is the gap. But now we are the largest and fastest economy in the world. I won't say largest, but it's a fastest growing economy. So we are in the race now. और उस इकोनॉमी का फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी का फायदा आपको भी मिलना है व्हेन यू आर मैचिंग विद देयर स्पेस. उस स्पेस के साथ अगर आप मैच कर रहे हो तो वो ऑटोमेशन है. ऑटोमेशन इज बेसिकली नाउ देयर इज नो अल्टरनेटिव ऑफ इट. आई वुड से it is must thing. Automation must be there in every walk of life, right? Whether it's your home appliances, whether it's manufacturing industry, whether it's your office, or whether it's your individual's life, everywhere automation is required, right? Because it's a busy life and the requirement is changed, dynamics are changed. Customer पहले इतना होशियार था क्या? नहीं था. आज मैं एक प्रोडक्ट बेचूं आपको, सबसे पहले तो आप रिव्यू देखते हो, है ना भाई. रिव्यू कैसे वो देखेंगे, प्राइसिंग आपको पता चल जाती है. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया है, इंटरनेट है. आज का कस्टमर बदल गया है. आज के कस्टमर को यू कैन नॉट मेक फूल, राइट? सो इफ यू वांट टू सर्व द क्वालिटी यू हैव टू हैव द टेक्नोलॉजी. तो क्वालिटी कम्स बाय टेक्नोलॉजी ओनली, यू कैन नॉट डिनाई दैट. तो क्वालिटी इज मेंटेन, प्रोडक्टिविटी इज वेरी हाई. अगर आप मुझे पूछोगे कि सर व्हाट लेवल ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी हैपेंस इन ऑटोमेशन, इन फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड मल्टीपल थिंग्स हैपेंस इन ऑटोमेशन. एक नॉर्मल बॉटलिंग प्लांट का अगर हम एग्जांपल ले तो 1 मिनट में 1000 से 1200 बॉटल्स रेडी होते हैं रिफिल होके. 1 मिनट में 60 सेकेंड्स लाखों बॉटलें रिफिल होती है इन अ डे. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, ऑटोमोटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की बात करेंगे तो सालों में कुछ यूनिट्स बनते थे, कुछ यूनिट्स बनते थे. टुडे व्हेन यू ask me, sir, what is today's capacity? In a year, millions of car units are getting produced because of automation. So that is basically automation. Now let's have a look on a history. This is your history. It was not PLC based automation which is directly started. We had a lot of experiments. Pneumatic was also the technology. Electrical technology was applied. Electronic was applied. But over all those topics, the PLC done a best job because of its flexibility. आप pneumatic का ले लो example, आपका system it makes your system complicated. Hardware technology, if you are completely based on your wiring things, right, it will also make your system complicated. It has to be blend. If you don't have blend, you are completely based on your traditional or conventional wiring things, it will make your system complicated. Diagnosis will become very difficult, right? Fast troubleshooting will not be there. Automatic switchover systems will not be there. Acceleration in the plant will not be there. So those all were the difficulties in electrical system. Electronic was better than all those things because it's a power saver, time saver, and money saver, and the space saver. But there was a challenge in electronic system also. What was that challenge? Its own dedication. If any electronic device you design, that device is particularly for a particular task. You cannot ask your washing machine to cook the food. Isn't it true? Can you ask your washing machine to cook the food? Or can you ask your microwave oven to wash the cloth? They have their own jobs. It's dedicated one. You cannot apply your television remote controller to your AC and AC is remote to your television. They are designed for their own devices. Getting it? So when it comes to a change, rapid change karna hai, so that is not possible in electronic system. That's the reason PLC was introduced, and PLC is all about modulation, modularity, right? You can increase, you can decrease, you can expand whenever and whatever you want, right? Distribute control system is there. Now today you got a IoT into it, Internet of Things. Remotely you can operate your PLC, remotely you can operate your plant. So a lot of advancements are happening. We can't imagine. But are you able to go into that advanced things directly? No. जैसे आपके इलेक्ट्रिकल के बेसिक्स है वैसे ऑटोमेशन के भी बेसिक्स है, वो आपको सीखने होते हैं, राइट? व्हाट ऑल कंपोनेंट्स आर देयर, आई विल टेल यू. दिस ऑल कंपोनेंट्स. Right, main controller. So there are different type of controllers. I don't know whether you are aware. PLC तो आपने सुना ही होगा. How many of you guys are aware about PLC? Can you raise your hand? Good to see many hands. Programmable logic controller, right? And which language you use for the programming? Very good. Ladder diagram, ladder logic. Yeah. And you have a few other languages also, right? Those languages are usually not used because those are not user friendly, right? Ladder is the most user friendly language. Anybody can easily do that. Even I can teach it to the 10th standard guy or a school going kid also. That's very simple, right? ये कंट्रोलर है, इसमें और एक एडवांस कंट्रोलर आता है डीसीएस, सुना है? डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड कंट्रोल सिस्टम, right? It's a next level system which has got central control, which has got capacity to distribute the functionality with the RTUs, जिसको हम remote terminal units कहते हैं, right? I'll show you the image of it. RTUs are there which are spread in the different areas of the plant, and those RTUs get control of those particular units or divisions or sectors. So that is RTUs. Then networking, industry networking बहुत important है. It's not just about PLC लगा दिया काम खत्म हो गया, नहीं. पीएलसी के जो मॉड्यूल्स हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, नेटवर्क केबल्स होते हैं उसमें अलग अलग प्रॉफी बस, प्रॉफी नेट, ईथरनेट, फील्ड बस, उसका अपना स्टडी होता है. पीएलसी सीखने के बाद योर नेक्स्ट लेवल इज स्टडिंग कम्युनिकेशन प्रोटोकॉल, कम्युनिकेशन केबल्स, वो सीखने होते हैं आपको. उसके बाद आपको स्काडा भी पता होगा. आर यू अवेयर ऑफ स्काडा? व्हाट इज इट? सुपरवाइजरी कंट्रोल एंड डाटा एक्विजिशन. इसके नाम में ही उसका मतलब छुपा हुआ है. It's a supervision system and it helps you to access the data of your plant, all parameters, real time पे भी और historical भी, दोनों केस में आप देख सकते हो. And it's a mimic view of your plant. If you want to operate and monitor your plant easily, the easiest way is SCADA. It avoids your daily routine visits. It keeps you away from dangerous processes and the infeasible environmental conditions of the plant. It keeps you away from all those things. You will be sitting very comfortably in your control room or maybe in your operator station, and you will be operating and monitoring all the parameters in the SCADA screen itself. So that is SCADA. Then you got input output devices. There are different inputs, sensors, actuators, limit switches. Lot of inputs are there. Output devices में आपके solenoid valves, control valves, motor, pump, ये सारे output में आते हैं. अब ये सारे इनपुट आउटपुट को वायरिंग के बगैर जोड़ना काम करता है लैडर. लैडर इज द इंटरफेस बिटवीन इनपुट एंड आउटपुट डिवाइसेस, राइट? वायरिंग इज स्टिल देयर, इट कैनॉट बी रिमूव्ड, इट इज मस्ट. अभी समझे ना, इलेक्ट्रिकल का क्यों चाहिए, जरूरी है. कौन करेगा भैया वायरिंग? कौन सिखाएगा, कौन बताएगा? तो आप ही करोगे, राइट? दैट्स द रीजन मोस्ट ऑफ द गाइज आर फ्रॉम इलेक्ट्रिकल बैकग्राउंड. बट दैट वायरिंग का जो रिक्वायरमेंट पहले 100% था, वो अभी 30-40 पे आ गया. रेस्ट ऑफ दी थिंग्स आर टेकन केयर बाय प्रोग्रामिंग इटसेल्फ. एंड इजी चेंज आ गया, सब इजी हो गया है ना. आई कैन शो यू द पीपीटी. कैन यू जस्ट गो टू दी ऑटोमेशन पीपीटी, change the PowerPoint. Yeah. So there are some PPTs. I didn't find the time to prepare an individual PPT, so I'm just collating data from different sources. So it's like the same PPTs you will see here, but there are some PPTs which are missing in that PPT. See here, you can see this one. This is your installation. So one who is the automation engineer, his job is to do this kind of installation in the plant. Yeah. So girls have the question in their mind, sir, what are we supposed to do in the field? Are we really hired by the industry, or are we able to get the opportunity? क्या हमारा सोसाइटी इतना मॉड या इंडस्ट्री इतना मॉड हो गया कि गर्ल्स को अपॉर्चुनिटीज दे? If girls are ready, then they are ready to hire. But then let me tell you, there are the department in automation where the girls are highly recommended. Backend, जहाँ पे कोई भी ऐरा गैरा आके नहीं कर सकता है वो काम, उसके लिए भी इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड चाहिए होता है. तो बैकएंड में आप जा सकते हो. ये डिजाइनिंग वाला काम, you can do this. Although you are not doing the core part, but the back-end designing job you can do as a design engineer. So this is basically the installation, and the final form of installation is this: your schematic. Yeah, look at this. There are two PCs, SCADA's PC and local PC. The SCADA's job is to give you the monitoring and supervision, and the local PC's job is to design the program for PLC, because PLC का अपना कोई programming terminal नहीं होता है. You have to connect it with the PC. PC will help you to design the program, and that program will get downloaded into the PLC, and then it works. Right, and then communication cables आप देख रहे हो, नीचे input output devices देख रहे हो, इनको सबको operate करता है आपका ladder. And these are PLC's images. आपने देखा होगा, if you have seen the physical PLC, आपने देखा है, the guys who raise their hand that they know the PLC, you have seen physical PLC, you have seen it, right? So was it compact one or the modular? Compact version you have seen. If you see modular, you will enjoy more, right? Because you are able to remove each and every part of it, right? And you can do the more research on it. ज्यादा R&D आप उसमें कर सकते हो. ये modular PLC के कैटेगरी में आता है, Modicon का. And then Siemens का the version is again modular. इसमें भी you see the compact also. बोर्ड पे ही उसके embed होता है वो IO modules. लेकिन ये this is not the compact one. Then ये this is your Allen Bradley PLC. So सबसे ज्यादा user friendly PLC माना जाता है because it's very simple to understand and learn, right? So Allen Bradley users are more in the market. Allen Bradley Siemens से ज्यादा है because it's a user friendly one, right? I think cost wise also it's good. And this one is your PLC signal flow, how it works, कैसे काम करता है, ये आपको दिख रहा है आप. So the students who are already knowing the PLC, they must be aware about it. IO modules and input modules and output modules. These are all hardware cards where your input devices are connected in the input module and output devices are connected to the output module. Now, when you want to transmit signal from one NO switch to say pilot lamp, वहां पे सिग्नल देना है तो आपको एड्रेसिंग करना होता है प्रोग्रामिंग में. गेट इट? नाउ यू मस्ट हैव गॉट क्वेश्चन इन माइंड, उसमें क्या वायरिंग में भी ये चीज कर रहे हैं हम लोग, तो फिर हम प्रोग्रामिंग की क्या जरूरत है? प्रोग्रामिंग की जरूरत इसीलिए है, वायरिंग के फॉर्मेट में करोगे तो आपको इंटरचेंज करना, अल्टरेशन करना, मॉडिफिकेशंस करना विल बिकम चैलेंज, right? Because you will have to interrupt the main line, right? That is one challenge. The another challenge is it's more time taking. The third challenge is halt in process में halt आना, वो हो जाएगा. इसमें वैसा नहीं है, आपको स्विचेस को इंटरचेंज करना है, एक सिंपल एड्रेसिंग चेंज कर दो प्रोग्राम में, पूरा लॉजिक ही चेंज हो जाता है, पूरा सीक्वेंस ही चेंज हो जाता है. So that is basically a PLC signal flow, right? And this is how it looks. Yeah, students, those who are not aware that how it looks, you can see physical switches and software instructions. NO switch, NC switch, you are aware, right? NC is normally closed. इसका original state आपका closed circuit है. NO का original state है open circuit, right? So NO पे आप जब फोर्स अप्लाई करोगे तो वो एक्टिवेट होता है, और एनसी पे जब फोर्स अप्लाई करोगे तो वो डीएक्टिवेट, जीरो हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज हाउ योर सिग्नल गेट्स ग्रीन symbol on your programming ladder. That symbol itself is a graphical representation of signals. तो आपको सिग्नल फिजिकल नहीं देखना है, तो उसको देखना है कि सिग्नल चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा, वो भी आप प्रोग्रामिंग में इजीली देख सकते हो. And this one is the output. Output looks like a closed bracket. Circle bracket जो होते हैं वैसे वो closed brackets होते हैं. Look at this. There is coil, light and motor in the form of outputs. और आपको वो स्कैन दिख रहा है ना, स्कैन के बीच जो कार्ड दिख रहा है, there are LEDs. Are you seeing that LEDs? So that LEDs indicates bits. 1 bit, 2 bit, right? If it's high, the LED gets glow. So that is also another way of monitoring. तो इट्स वेरी सिंपल, मॉनिटरिंग बहुत आसान हो गया है, इसलिए इसका ट्रबल शूटिंग और डायग्नोसिस भी इजी हो गया है, which were not happening in electrical system, traditional electrical systems, right? So that was there. And this is how the programming looks when you make the entire program. Start stop logic, dual start delta starter, right? Then you have a timer applications, you have a analog applications, advanced instructions में आता है. तो ये सारा आपको पढ़ना होता है and it's very fun loving. Let me tell you, if you will be learning it now, you will enjoy this. And this is the architect. Distributed control system, I told you, right? Advanced PLC. How it looks? It looks like that. It supports the RTUs, remote terminal units, which doesn't happen in PLC. There are the PLC who are as advanced as DCS, but the DCS means the advanced thing, RTU supportive system, right? Remote terminal units. And so many things are there. I think this is not our classroom session, so we are not supposed to learn everything. I'm just giving you overview. This is the redundant system. Are you aware of redundancy? What does it mean? Redundancy समझती है आपको? Yeah. How to stop downtimes or the failures of the plant, right? आपने सुना होगा ना एक टर्म हम हमेशा सुनते हैं यार आज उनका शटडाउन चल रहा है ना, फला फला प्लांट में शटडाउन चल रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड डाउन टाइम. How to stop it? Your system has to have a redundant system. If suppose your main line gets interrupted, the slave system will be there to take over the process. Standby system, backup, उसी को redundancy कहते हैं. So this is one of the very popular term, and the engineers has get the specialization in it. यार वो बंदा क्या स्पेशलिटी है उसकी ऑटोमेशन में बताओ यार, रेडंडेंट सिस्टम बहुत अच्छा बना लेता है. समझ रहे हो ना? जैसे सर्जन में होता है यार वो हार्ट सर्जरी बहुत अच्छी कर लेता है ना, वो दिस थिंग दैट थिंग, दैट वे इसमें भी आपको इवन इफ यू गो इन स्पेशलाइजेशन, उस स्पेशलाइजेशन में भी आपकी स्पेशलाइजेशन बनते हैं. जैसे पुलिस में होता है ना इनकाउंटर स्पेशलिस्ट, या लॉयर्स होते हैं क्रिमिनल लॉयर्स, है ना, मैरिज डिस्प्यूट लॉयर्स. तो ये स्पेशलाइजेशन इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर वर्क टेन्योर इन पर्टिकुलर डोमेन, कि आपने उस डोमेन में उस स्पेशलाइजेशन में कितने साल काम किया, तो ये इस चीज का मास्टर है. तो रेडंडेंसी इज वन ऑफ द स्किल सेट पोस्ट योर skills of basic automation, कि मैं वो सिस्टम जानता हूँ, he is master in that, right? So this is very much important, right? Now we can go back to robotics wala slide. Let me see if anything else is there. These are all programming languages. LED, that is ladder, is basic language. Then you have SCADA graphic representation. You can see it looks like this, right? It is just one of the units they have taken, right? It's like it's a barrel or a tank which is getting refilled and it is getting empty, right? There are valves, motor pumps, how it indicates you can see, and these all are SCADA's this thing. And look at this, how it works. This is again the SCADA screen, right? Graphical representation. When you start it, the box gets transmit from one place to another. The sensor sensed it, and the barrel, this thing, conveyor belt stops automatically, right? Because sensors is giving signal to that particular output this way. And this is the one which looks like actual screen of the SCADA. There are so many things, right? Can you go back to that robotics? Now we'll talk about robot. There are few robots you have to see. We have seen it, right? So robot is again the another important device or the machine which is on high demand. It's all about robot all over, right? Robots are the machines which are used in all dangerous and critical areas where the human cannot reach. Right. So there are different type of robots. Humanoids होते हैं, industrial robots होते हैं, cobots होते हैं, right? So here we are specifically talking about the industrial robots whose applications are, different. These are types of robots: articulated robot, collaborative robot, parallel robot, and the paid robot. Collaborative robot can be considered as an odd man out because it's a cobot. It is more about AI driven robot, right? It is more about working in chip designing companies, and it works along with the human beings. That robot, he will catch your movements, gestures, and he will act accordingly. Getting my point? When I am working here, for example, I am speaking to you here, he will make my clone, and the clone will also work like the way I am working. So that similar technology works in cobot, right? So uh, it is seen in advanced countries where the technology is the next level technology, that is cobot. And these two robots are a very common and widely used robots: pick and place and welding robot. Pick and place robot is used in almost all plants. मटेरियल हैंडलिंग हर प्लांट में होती है, राइट? वेल्डिंग रोबोट को भी पॉपुलर और वाइडली यूज रोबोट माना जाता है बिकॉज इट वर्क्स इन larger user segments. Now you will ask me, sir, what are the larger user segments? I would say automotive, metal industry, and electrical plants. These are larger user segments. So larger user segments may you have um, welding robot. So these two robots should be or must be hot robots. So when you have a question of learning a robot, then I would say these two robots you have to choose as your topic for learning. Then this specialization will help you to get the more opportunities in the market. Yeah, you have access, payload. These are all parameters. As if you buy the phone, you better go for better memory capacity, RAM क्या है, उसका screen size क्या है, उसका protection level क्या है. ये सब आप देखते हो मोबाइल में. Similarly, you have your own checklist when you buy the robot for your industry. What are those checklists? Payload, access, reach, right? These all are checklists. And payload is nothing but wet lifting capacity. Access is number of rotary joints, rotational joints जो बोलते हैं उसको, number of rotational joints equal to access. Getting it? Then और भी advanced और भी बहुत सारी चीजें इसमें kinematics है, ये वो सब सीखना होता है. So it's not a platform to learn everything because we are trying to compress the session. This is your SCARA robot and the paint robot. Paint robot is also required because painting is one of the hazardous process. If you are doing it manually, the person whoever is doing it, he may lose his health, right? His health will be affected very badly. That's the reason for such processes the robot has to be installed. पेंटिंग जॉब हो गया, आपका वेल्डिंग जॉब हो गया, आपका केमिकल प्लांट है उसमें काम करवाना है, फर्नेस में काम करवाना है, बॉयलर एरिया में काम करवाना है, तो रोबोट्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. एंड दीज आर फ्लेक्स पिकर एंड कोबोट. फ्लेक्स पिकर इज यूज्ड इन फूड इंडस्ट्रीज, राइट? जहाँ कुकीज, बिस्किट, चॉकलेट बनते हैं, सेग्रीगेशन, कुकीज का सेग्रीगेशन, बिस्किट का सेग्रीगेशन, पिक एंड प्लेस, ये सब इसी रोबोट से होता है. इसके रोटरी एक्सेस नहीं होते, रोटेशनल नहीं होते, राइट? It works only in particular axis. Then cobot, I told you, it's a human machine interface. It helps for the human and machine interface, right? And it can capture your gesture, and according to your gesture, he can also start working along with you alongside only. आपके बगल में वैसे ही काम कर सकते हैं. So these all are applications: arc welding, painting, packaging, biomedical, and spot welding. These all are applications of robot. Widely used industrial robots, as I told you, pick and place is a very popular one. Arc welding and spot welding. These are the welders. These are very widely used robots. So one who wants to become a specialized in it, I would say you better go with this robot. It will give you, or it will enlarge your area of opportunities, and it will help you to get an immediate employment in a market, right? Then there are few more aspects. Look at this kind of setup has to be there if you really want to do the workshop or if you want to do the practical practice. Yeah. So I believe, you know, as doctor needs the human bodies to do the practice of the animal bodies, similarly, you also need the actual machines to do the practice if you really want to become a perfect engineer. टेक्नोलॉजी कोर टेक्नोलॉजी आपको व्हाइट बोर्ड पे सीखना पॉसिबल नहीं है बुक्स पढ़ के सीखना पॉसिबल नहीं है unless and until you do the practice on it theory is there which makes your concept so strong बट उस कॉन्सेप्ट को प्रैक्टिकली कैसे किया जाता है इम्प्लीमेंट वो सीखने के लिए आपको मशीन के साथ मशीन का ऑपरेशन करना जरूरी है यू आर दी डॉक्टर्स ऑफ मशीन गेटिंग इट तो प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर वो सेटअप आपके पास होना चाहिए सेटअप रहने के साथ साथ वो सेटअप पे काम कैसे करना है ये सिखाने वाला बंदा आपके पास होना चाहिए गेटिंग इट so wherever you get this kind of opportunity be it Nagpur be it out of Nagpur you have to run behind it उसके पीछे आपको जाना ही जाना है आपको सही में कोर में जाना है राइट एंड इट्स नॉट अ रॉकेट साइंस लेट मी टेल यू इट इज नॉट द रॉकेट साइंस आपको एंट्री लेवल का प्रोफेशनल बनना है आपके लिए 2-4 महीने का एक्सपोजर इज मोर देन इनफ टू गेट एंट्री लेवल प्रोफेशन ऑफ कोर्स योर इंटर्नशिप इज वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट aspect which has to be there in your profile right which again helps you to get into an industry directly and you get a market recommendations वो मिलते हैं आपको internship से but internships भी आपको करने के पहले आपको skill up yourself तो वो skill up करने के लिए you know this kind of setup is required so we have got this setup in Nagpur University right so by any chance if we arrange the visit we can take all of you to the our campus and you can see the facility we can give you the demonstration of robot bringing all that setup here is not possible right we have a small trainer kits recently a few months ago we have done one workshop you know for your open elective subject where mechanical and electronic students were participated similar kind of workshop we are planning in coming months right so that time I can bring the trainer kit along with the trainer and that small trainer kit can give you the actual sense of learning PLC and SCADA right robot ke liye to you have to come to us only and these are some career aspects I think students are smart enough to you know understand now that what all career opportunities uh, you know आजकल तो मैं टीचर्स को भी बोलते हुए सुनता हूँ बेटा यूट्यूब कर लेना है ना so you have a lot of contents in it it's just like motivation is required direction is required so we are there to give you the direction because आपको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया या वेब मीडिया आपको बहुत लार्जर पिक्चर दिखाता है गेट माय पॉइंट तो वो लार्जर पिक्चर देख के हमको ऐसा लगता है ये मेरे लिए तो पॉसिबल नहीं है हमको कोर देखना है राइट सो द कोर इज द पर्सन लाइक यू sitting hours and hours in lab doing practice hours and hours then he go to industry में भी उसको काम करना पड़ता है मेहनत करना पड़ता है and then he becomes professional hardcore professional तो वो सारी चीजें आपको इसमें पॉसिबल है because there are the numerous opportunities global and domestic or both opportunities are available growth wise statistics अगर हम देखेंगे तो it's good APSC market is the highest market where the India comes look at this APSC market is the 63% right and these all are the top 10 companies of robot who manufacture the robot and supplies the robots to the market ABB Yaskawa Kuka Fanuc then you have Kawasaki Epson Stobli Nashi Komau Omron Adapt fortunately we have a robot of ABB only which is the topmost company right so ABB's make is there in the industry these all are robot manufacturer among them ABB and Fanuc is for both the segment automation and robot ABB की PLCs भी होती है SCADA भी है उसके ऑटोमेशन कंपोनेंट्स भी है फानुक के भी पीएलसी है और ऑटोमेशन कंपोनेंट्स है रेस्ट ऑल आर एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर यू नो रोबोट एप्सन इज देयर इन अदर कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स आल्सो राइट so these are companies I'm not there to promote their names just to tell you that these are the players, blue chip companies which you can target for your career. Right? अगर आपको blue chip career चाहिए तो blue chip companies देखनी पड़ेगी. Right? And these are your hirers or recruiters who gives you opportunity every year. It's just matter of your skills and platform. Right? Because many times the students get skilled, but they travel to different places, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, do a lot of certified courses, and after that also they don't see job anywhere or they don't get job anywhere because lack of platform. So platform has to be there. Uh, Say if the college itself is arranging this kind of training program and bringing the campus drive, it becomes more easy. Or you have to make your own network, professional network आपको बनाना होता है. You have to get in touch with a lot of professionals who can help you to get the opportunity in the market. Because simply uploading CV in Naukri.com or LinkedIn profile updation doesn't work. Getting it? It's like you and your senior. Your senior is already working in that industry. He recommends your skills, or he recognizes your skills and then he recommends. Because internal job placement कहा जाता है इसको IJP. It's a very important term. HRs जो होते हैं ना, schemes launch करते हैं companies में. There are a lot of schemes for the internal employees. If you give us the candidate, we will give you the incentive. तो इंटरनल जॉब प्लेसमेंट्स के थ्रू आपको जॉब्स मिल सकते हैं, जिसको हम रेफरल पॉलिसीज भी कहते हैं. एक एग्जिस्ट एम्प्लॉय रेफर करता है किसी अपने नॉन पर्सन को, या फिर कहीं से लिंक बना के रेफर करता है. एंड इट्स अ मोस्ट इफेक्टिव हायरिंग, बिकॉज जो एग्जिस्ट एम्प्लॉय है उसको भी पता है कि आप में क्या स्किल सेट होने चाहिए मेरे कंपनी में सर्वाइव करने के लिए. तो ही गेट्स द राइट कैंडिडेट. तो वो एक प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्क इज इम्पोर्टेंट. Lot of CV building, profile building, services are there. Avail those services. Take the consultation of professionals who can help you. Professionals मतलब ऐसा नहीं जो business डाल के बैठे सिर्फ उन्हीं से consult करना है. Professional like us, जो हम सालों से काम कर रहे हैं, हमारे profiles हम बनाते हैं. We actually understand the crux. So if you get in touch with such people, they can always help you. Right? But you should come forward proactively, right? Nobody come to you. आपको जाना होता है उनके पास, right? तो वो ये सारी कंपनीज में जॉब दिलाने में हेल्प कर सकते हैं आपको. और ये ऑटोमोटिव प्लांट्स है. these are basically again different area of opportunities. You can go for the automotive industry. Job roles: installation engineer, robot design engineer, sales engineer, R&D में आप जा सकते हो. You can go for the robot installation job. Lot of job roles available in this area. And job role wise packages you can see. You get it? So recently we were just having discussion in the HOD's room. Sujul sir was also telling me that IT companies are not responding nowadays because hirings are free. Let me tell you my real experience. I'm already shortlisted for SCL, but my hiring is also free. I'm the awaited candidate. When I asked them the reason that it's long back, I've given interview, lot of rounds I have cleared. They said कि पैन इंडिया में हमारी हायरिंग फ्रीज है. तो अभी IT का आप सोच रहे हो तो that is not a correct time because hirings are freeze. Getting it? So you can think of the core industry. Core industries are still there to give you the opportunities. Some may give you the good salary, some may not give you the good salary at the initial level. But for the first 6 months or a year time, you have to keep the patience. After that 6 months or a year time experience, your actual package gets started. So that is thing. I told you that story in a rabbit and tortoise. Everyone knows. Yeah. So that IT professional, take him as a rabbit. Yeah. And you are the tortoise, right? So you will be the winner end of the day if you go with this opportunity. Getting my point? We have seen it. See, it's not like I've just taken some information from Google or YouTube and then I'm telling you. I've seen it very closely. I'm the witness of it. I've seen many students who started their career when I was working as a placement guy for them because मेरा काम ट्रेनिंग करवाना और बच्चों को प्लेसमेंट देने का भी था. तो मैंने ऐसे 4,000 पे, 3,000 पे, 5,000 पे बंदों को जॉब लगवाया, मतलब आज से 13-14 साल पहले। आज वो बंदों का लाखों का पैकेज है। उसमें से कई लोग एंटरप्रेन्योर बन चुके हैं, कई लोग इस्टेब्लिश हो चुके हैं मार्केट में। तो एंड पिक्चर इज ऑलवेज गुड, and you have that legacy. You will have that privilege, to travel the world because you have opportunities across the globe. Yeah, you will have that opportunity to say that वो टाटा का प्लांट देख रहे हो, पता है कौन चला रहा है? मैं। वो that privilege, that proud you will have, मेरे वजह से चल रहा है वो प्लांट। शटडाउन था बहुत खतरनाक वाला, मैं गया फिर हीरो जैसे, and I have done it, right? So that proud you will always have, and you will play the important role in economy also, because 23% of economy in our country based on a manufacturing division, right? तो वो भी आप रोल प्ले कर रहे हो, कंट्रीब्यूट भी कर रहे हो सोसाइटी में, तो आपका सोशल कॉज भी पूरा होता है, आपका प्रोफेशनल कॉज भी पूरा होता है। तो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच इंस्पायर्स अस टू गो फॉर द ऑटोमेशन। नो डाउट मेहनत थोड़ी ज्यादा है, इट्स नॉट अ सिटिंग जॉब, एंड आई वुड टेल यू दैट बेटर नॉट टू गो विद द सिटिंग जॉब, है ना? वैसे ही हमारी ईटिंग हैबिट्स बिगड़ चुकी है, फिर हमारी प्रोफेशनल हैबिट्स बिगड़ गई, तो पूरा डिसबैलेंस हो जाएगा, है ना? तो when I go to the colleges, it keep me fit. When I'm sitting it, I remember post COVID, I just my slip disc problem got aggravated, L4, L5, and I had to go to the physiotherapist for almost a month period. I was not even allowed to, lift कुछ ग्राम का वेट करने उठाने भी मैं अलाउड नहीं था बाय माय डॉक्टर, राइट? सो इट वाज जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ प्रोलॉन्ग सिटिंग, राइट? तो ये चीजें भी होती है। तो व्हेन यू हैव अ रोमिंग जॉब यू आर फिट ऑलवेज, एंड ऑफ कोर्स you are not going to give me anything if I'm telling you go for four. I see the people who is having a perfect balance of health and money, right? तो वो आपके लिए, कोर के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। promote your branch, because it's very nice branch। मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी वाला ऑप्शन तो है ही है ना यार हमारे पास, हम तो कौन मना कर रहा है? सीखो। इलेक्ट्रिकल में भी देयर आर आईटी इंजीनियर्स रिक्वायर्ड, इंटीग्रेट हो रहा है ना सब, तो आप भी इंटीग्रेट करो ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी। यू विल सी द गुड थिंग्स, वंडरफुल थिंग्स हैपनिंग विद यू इन योर लाइफ। Yeah, so that's all. Thank you. If you have any questions, any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to talk. Otherwise, after session also we can meet. I don't know whether I've given my number here. Not my number. So we will see you soon. एक गौरव सर से मेरी बात हो रही थी अभी, सर का भी आखिरी साल ही है, नेक्स्ट ईयर ही इज गोइंग टू बी रिटायर्ड एंड वी ऑल आर गोइंग टू मिस हिम। So before his retirement we'll do one activity together, एक वर्कशॉप करेंगे, 4 days 5 days 7 days का वर्कशॉप करेंगे, जिसमें आई विल गिव यू द बेस्ट प्रोफेशनल टू टीच यू ऑटोमेशन, राइट? I hope you all are from third year and final year. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Want to have for my student want to have on cloud and or interacting skills.
Okay.
Interacting workshop.
You want workshop, na?
Not a workshop, just for
Okay.
for
Which one?
interacting and
Robot. Okay. Fine. So, Surjit sir was trying to, ask me the question on your behalf. Robot, cloud, and PLC, how it correlates each other, right? जैसे I told you IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things is nothing but the cloud. Transmitting signal through the internet to that particular device is called IoT. That is how you can see cloud operated robot. Now for that what is required? Web-based relay has to be installed in that particular control panel where the robot is interfaced. Right? So now web-based relays is interfaced. Wherever I am sitting, maybe I am in Dubai, maybe I am in Malaysia or US or Germany, if I get the access through internet of that robot, I can simply put the command and the robot will be operated. That is one thing. The another thing is a basic start stop operations of robot, क्योंकि robot को पहले start तो करना पड़ेगा ना. अगर आपको मैन्युअली नहीं करना है तो रोबोट का स्टार्ट और स्टॉप वाला जो कमांड है वो आप पीएलसी को दे सकते हो. पीएलसी कैन स्टार्ट एंड स्टॉप द रोबोट. Along with the robot, there are multiple field devices like pump, motor, there are valves. All those field devices get started and stopped by PLC. Their sequence is also designed by PLC. For example, if you are running a motor, motor needs cooling also. So when motor is running, after certain period of time, it will be required cooling. So fan will be required. So if you want to really save your energy and for that particular period only if your fan should be on, that logic gets developed in PLC and the PLC will decide the sequence of process. That way it works. So anyways, if you become the robot engineer, you are happen to be there in PLC industry because PLC will be must in that plant as well, right? So that way it works. Get it? Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge and insights with us. We are really grateful to you, sir. Now, I would like to request Vice President Bharat Pandey to end the session with a formal vote of thanks.
Good evening to all the guests. I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to all of you for joining us at this enlightening workshop on industrial robotics and automation and its future opportunities with the esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Anil Tatode sir. His insightful presentation has broadened our understanding on this field. I also want to express our gratitude to our engaged participants and our dedicated organizing team. Your enthusiasm and hard work has been instrumental in making this event a success. Let us carry this knowledge and inspiration from today forward as we shape the future of industrial robotics and automation. Thank you.